How's it going? Jonathan Dunkerley here. You can call me Dunk. And today I'm going to talk about the recent announcement that Jupiter made about their 50% JUP buyback. And if you don't know what this means, it means that out of the revenue that Jupiter is making, they're going to take a percentage of that, and they say 50%, and buy back their token, effectively raising the price of it or protecting liquidity. There are a whole bunch of pros and cons that we're going to go over in this video. And if you do get value from these videos, just make sure that you like, subscribe, and ring the bell. It does help others find these videos so they could also learn about these strategies to help them make passive income with DeFi as well. All right, let's dive in. So the Jupiter Exchange has announced a significant initiative to enhance the value of its native token JUP through a structured buyback program. There's a couple key things to really consider here. There is going to be revenue allocation. So 50% of Jupiter's protocol fees, which include things like when people do swaps or any of the other fees that are on the Jupiter Exchange. And these will be dedicated to repurchasing JUP tokens from the market. Now, there are other things that Jupiter has also been doing, including a burn where they burned over 30% of their total supply, down from 10 billion to closer to 7 billion, which also makes people really bullish on this, meaning there's less circulating supply. But when you buy back, you are actually buying back out of the current circulating supply. So they would actually be coming to an exchange like their own JUP exchange and doing a swap, and that swaps out of pools like what there are at Radium or Meteora, and then you could swap things like Solana directly into JUP, and that effectively adds more liquidity into the decentralized pools. Things like this will help increase the amount of liquidity backing all of JUP, as well as protect the price of JUP, which is good for investors. This could bring up the price, which could give them their exit point. Remember, I'm not giving financial advice. I am just sharing exactly what I am learning about and these different opportunities in DeFi. With an increased token value, reducing the circulating supply through buybacks and burns can lead to appreciation in tokens price, benefiting holders. Just like burning tokens, this will enhance investor confidence. Doing something like this demonstrates a commitment to the token's value, and it can attract more investors and boost overall market confidence. And with things like improved liquidity, that means that there will be liquidity if or when you decide to sell. Because again, if you don't know this about DeFi, liquidity pools are where the liquidity is. And if those liquidity pools are empty, the token doesn't have any value. So by doing these buybacks, they are making sure that those pools are full and that the JUP token actually has value. If you do like learning about these things, you should go and check out one of my favorite resources at DeFiEarner.com. It's one of the communities that I learn a lot of DeFi strategies out. So make sure you go and check that out. Now, there's always some concerns that could arise, like sustainability concerns. Allocating a significant portion of revenue to buybacks may raise questions about the long-term sustainability of such a strategy. One thing to note about long-term strategies is that Jupiter is part of a DAO, and anytime that there is a big question that needs to be asked, you can go and vote in the DAO. All you need to do is deposit your JUP, and there's a whole bunch of other perks that come along with participating in the DAO system. If there's ever a big moment when they need to make a big decision, they put it up for a vote, and then based off the results of the vote, that will decide if that initiative goes through. Now, another potential con is that there could be a market dependency. The effectiveness of the buyback program is contingent on the market conditions. Adverse market trends can also diminish the impact, basically meaning that they could be buying back at a higher value. Say JUP is worth a certain amount, they buy it back, and then the markets turn. And what this could mean is that the dollar price could potentially go down. There's things like impermanent loss that we always have to consider, but it is showing that they are very confident in it and that they are really putting all of their resources behind their token. Now, one other really big thing to think about when they're doing buybacks like this, it really comes down to opportunity costs. So if they are putting 50% of all of the fees back into buying back the token, that means that there is 50% less of those fees that they could spend on doing initiatives to help grow the ecosystem. This is a common thing with stocks where companies get money and then they go and buy the stock instead of investing in the company. So that is always a risk whenever there is any kind of buyback. But in the end, buybacks do attract investors, and with investors, there's potentially more revenue, and that's kind of the idea, but it's never a guaranteed thing. thing. So the Jupiter Exchange's 50% revenue allocation to JUP token buybacks, coupled with a substantial token burn, which happened earlier, aims to bolster token value and market confidence. So whenever you're investing in something, you should always be weighing these different possibilities. And if you want to learn more about how I am making passive income, both in DeFi and in traditional Web 2, jump into my community at dunkmedia.club. It's filled with an amazing community of like-minded people that want everyone to succeed. Again, I'm Dunk. Keep creating, keep earning passive income, and I will see you in the next video.